Hey, Just Jay. Oh, what are y'all mad about? What y'all talking for? You gotta take this down. Gobble, gobble, what are you making noise for, huh? You trying to tell me something? What you trying to tell me, girl? Y'all don't like that I'm tearing apart y'all home? It's falling apart. Y'all need a new one. We got a new home for you. You gotta tear this one down. You gotta tear this one down. I know. I know. I moved that out. Get that. Move that first, huh? Trying to move that carrot first. What are y'all doing? Adam, are you terrorizing me again? Adam, what are you doing, Adam? Are they bothering you or you bothering them? Huh? What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? Yeah, they are mad. I don't know why they're mad, but they're mad. I don't know why, but they are mad. Basically, all I'm doing is I need to completely take this kennel down, and I have a new chicken run to put up. So I'm taking this down. I'm removing it. So I'm taking the kennel down. I'm going to take the kennel and I'm going to move it to the other side of that storage building because that's going to be where all of my new chicks grow out at. And I'm going to put a new chicken run, which I have over there in that box. That's a new chicken run that I need to put together. So that's basically what's on the agenda. Let's see if I can get this to turn without looking crazy. Nope, looks crazy. Alright, so I wish you guys can see more, but I figured it out. I've been trying to figure it out. What you see now? Watching, boy, watching. So all I'm doing now is I need to somebody, I don't know who, couldn't have been me, left this out in the rain. I'm just putting some WD-40 on it so that I can get these screws out. I thought that I would be able to kind of drag it to where I want it to be without taking it all the way down. But since it is cemented in the ground, I'm gonna have to completely take it apart. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so much fun, she says sarcastically. So just trying to get this where I can take the screws out. And it's mostly about just letting y'all see the animals in action. More about them than about me. Trying to get this thing to do what it's supposed to do. Let that WD-40 sit for a minute. It's a lot to do. It's always something to do out here on the homestead. It's always something to do. Not complaining because this is the life that I want. And I thank God for giving me the use and the activity of my limbs to be able to do it. And to pretty much be able to do it by myself. Because the way my husband works, he's rarely able to come down and help me. But he does. He has no problem with feeding. He complains about my obsession with my chickens, but he also contributes to it. He finances it, so I'm taking that as permission to keep doing and doing. But no, seriously, I had a situation yesterday where I was supposed to get goats, and because I know there's a lot that I'm trying to do, there's a lot my husband's trying to do. We really gotta really separate these chicken runs because people are starting to want to buy certain breeds of chickens, and definitely want to allow people to have what they want and get it from a place that they think is a reputable place. And the chickens, that's a good way for them to kind of pay for themselves by selling their eggs, selling the chicks and everything. But I want to make sure that people are getting what they ask for. And the only way to completely guarantee that people are getting what they ask for is to have the breeds separated, so you know what you're breeding. Like I have cream leg bars and Bela filters in that run there, but I have one rooster, which is my cream leg bar rooster. So what that means is anything that comes out of there is going to be fertilized by the cream leg bar rooster. Even if it's an olive egger, I would know the difference because the cream leg bar eggs will be green. I'm sorry, the cream leg bar eggs are blue, and my Bela filter eggs are brown. So that's how I would know if it's an olive egger or if it's a straight cream leg bar. Same thing with my black copper Morans. I have one rooster in each run, so I know these 3 runs here, so I know who's fertilizing what. The run that's gonna go over here where the kennel is, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that run. A part of me wants to make it a black Australorp only run, and then another part of me wants to make it a Buff Orpington run. What I'm probably gonna end up doing is getting another run, but I want to keep this middle spot right here open because it's really easy for you guys to kind of see the animals in the middle. If I have 3 runs right here, then that's gonna close off the middle, and I won't be able to just let you guys just see me feeding them in the mornings. So I just have to determine if I want to mix the run that I'm going to put over here, if I'm going to mix that run, or if I am going to have that run as a Buff Orpington only run or a black Australorp run. I really want to focus on breeding my black Australorps. Hey, Gaia. Sorry, Gaia. Hi, Gaia. I really want to take my black Australorps and put them over there because they hold the world records for laying the most eggs, and I definitely want to have a lot of eggs. It's not just to sell, but it's just, for survival reasons. Buff Orpingtons, they are a good chicken, they are a beautiful chicken, but they don't lay as many eggs. They don't lay as many eggs at all. So that's where I am, but my ranch should be good to go now, so let's see. And just enjoy the animals. Just gobble, gobble, gobble. Back at you. Gobble, gobble. All right, so let me go get another house. Enjoy the animals. I'm trying to figure out why y'all so mad. You hissing and everything. What is the problem? What is the problem? This is not gonna be as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Oh Lord. Are those turkeys? Yes, these are turkeys. And that's part of the reason why I do this live sometimes, just to let you guys see the animals. Because, and excuse my hair, y'all, it's just a mess. It's crazy. But because there's so much, especially a lot of us are in like some of the same spaces. I'm trying to let you see the animals. Um, some of us are in the same spaces, and sometimes it's always blah 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 blah. Yeah, they are huge. But sorry, that's just the thing. Let's take more room to roam. Yeah, my turkeys are, these are broad-breasted white turkeys. They are actually bred to only they should only be alive for like 8 months, and then you harvest them. But I don't eat meat, and my husband really wanted to harvest my turkeys. He wanted to take them out for Thanksgiving. I had to advocate for them. I had to fight for them. But yes, they get up to 50 pounds, these turkeys right here. So imagine having a 50-pound bird. Most of the birds you get in the store are going to be around 20, 15 pounds. Imagine having a 50-pound bird. So these are commercially bred just to be able to harvest. So you buy them in the spring. You usually buy them around March. They start putting them around March, April. They start putting them out. Here comes the loud one. Sorry, guys. The troublemakers. What? They usually put them out around March or April, and you harvest them like October, November. So they are usually, you feed them for like less than a year. You give them this turkey wings. Do sound good right about now. Yeah, they've been fussing all morning. I think what it is I let my new turkeys out. They are females, and the male turkeys, all these white ones are male turkeys. They're all male turkeys, and they are just getting into it over the females. So I think that's the problem. It's a little bit of birdie testosterone out here. That one right there, that's a female. That's a female. Hold on, which way? Yeah, right there. That's a female Narragansett turkey. They are actually, they get about 20, 25 pounds maybe. And they are actually endangered. So I have those because I'm going to breed those to try to get their population back up, but they are endangered. So that's why I got those. It's actually 4 geese. Where's Adam? It's actually 4 geese. Adam, that's Adam, that's Eve. That's whoever, I don't know. And then I have another goose right here. These are Chinese geese, and Adam, the big, you can't see Adam? Okay. The big white gray one right there, that's the troublemaker. He runs the yard. That's Adam, and he is an African goose. So you know the African goose had to be the one. You mind if I share a clip? I don't mind. No, I don't mind. What? This is what they do. And if you follow me on TikTok, you saw on TikTok that I actually clean out these pools. This morning, I clean them out every morning, and now you see they have dirt in them again. So, yeah. But let me get back to work. Just enjoy the animals, relax. Yeah, Adam, he has that huge horn on his head. He's right here, looking at my face. Yeah, they're talking about you. So, yeah, that's my sweetheart. Yeah, Eve is actually, if you check out my shorts, okay, baby, okay, I got it. If you check out my shorts, Eve has a clutch of eggs sitting over here. She's laid about 20 eggs. Adam is the father. I don't know what kind of goose is going to be created from a Chinese goose and a African goose. Would that be a Blasian goose? I don't know. But Eve and Adam have procreated. I'm waiting to see if her eggs actually hatch out. But yeah, she has check out the shorts. She has a whole clutch of eggs over there. And it's so neat. I didn't know that ducks and geese have this kind of relationship. When Eve is out here with me, are out here scrounging for food or looking for food, the ducks will go and sit on the eggs while Eve is not on the eggs. At night, Eve comes back and she sits on her eggs at night. It is absolute. Dang, Stanley. Eve, mama, what do you want? What do you want? You Maybe I can talk now without them being in my face. I have to get on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok I like it because I prefer to do shorts than long form videos. Not really making any. What did Stanley say? Name it title. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be a good because they're gonna be blazing geese. That's the only thing I can think of. But hopefully I can talk now because they are eating some scratch feed. But it's peaceful. Sometimes I just get a chair. I had a hammock out here, but it was back towards the woods, and I saw a video with rat snakes like in the trees, and my hammock was tied to the trees, and I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this. We're not having a rat snake fall on me, and we have a lot of snakes out here, so I'm like, no. But yeah, sometimes I just get a chair and I just sit out here, and it's so relaxing. The sound of the wind blowing, the sounds of the chickens, the ducks, the turkeys, is just really, really relaxing, and it's peaceful. And a lot of times, this is my prayer time. When I'm out here with the animals, that's when I just come out here and I talk to God, I pray, just meditate on the word of God. It works. It works. It's just a peaceful environment. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I have a child. I have no idea what I'm gonna do when I have a child. My child will probably be out here riding geese and turkeys and stuff. But I'm right now over 200 animals. I know that for sure. I think it's like 156 chickens, and then I have 12 in the incubators getting ready to hatch. I have 7 ducks, 4 geese, 10 turkeys. Well, I have 9 turkeys. I think I gave 4 turkeys to my dad. So I had 13, but I gave 4 to my dad. So I have 9 turkeys. I have 10 guineas. I don't think you guys have seen the guineas. Would you go away, Adam? No, that's Adam right there. I'm sorry, I get them mixed up. I only tell by the horns on their head. Adam has a huge nuka hump on his head. It shows he's the man in charge. And they actually, in the wild, they use those humps to fight each other over females. They also use those humps to defend themselves against predators. Like that hump on Adam's head is actually a weapon. It's backwards, I'm sorry. That hump on Adam's head is actually a weapon. So, and I've actually seen Adam, it's a reason that you see when he walks around, he gets so much respect. Everyone just moves out of his way when he starts walking around. You have Eve and the girls following behind him. He gets so much respect. But Adam takes care of everything in this yard. There was a hawk that came down that tried to get one of my roosters. When I tell you Adam was on that hawk like nothing. Anything comes out here in this yard and not supposed to be here, Adam shuts it down real quick. That's my baby boy. That's my baby boy. Can y'all see him? Yeah, y'all can see him. But yeah, that hump on his head, he uses it as a weapon. So, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Well, it's about to rain. I just wanted to come on for a little while. I'm about to go live on TikTok for a little while. Trying to build up my following there. Guy and Stanley, do you have channels? around the yard. I love him. I love him. He takes, like I said, he takes care of everything in the yard. Everything in the yard respects him. When Adam comes around, they just move out of his way. Move out of his way. I'm gonna have to catch up on some live. I've been having so much stuff going on. In the yard, in the house. Like I canned some cabbage soup. Spring gardening is about to start, so I'm cleaning out the garden for the spring. Starting seeds. Supposed to be tearing down this kennel, but my I forgot that I cemented it into the ground, so I'm gonna have to completely unscrew it and put it back together. So that just put a whole monkey wrench in my plans, because I thought I would be able to just take the top off and just drag it to the other side of the yard. But because I cemented it in the ground, I'm gonna have to get a shovel and actually dig it up, break the cement from around it. I don't know, but if y'all enjoy these types of videos, I mean, every morning when I feed them, I try to come out here. I either go live about 8:30 in the morning, either here or YouTube. I mean, here or TikTok. I got to figure out how to simulcast TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I got to figure out how to do that. Got to figure out how to do that. But if you guys like just these animal videos, just watching the animals, I mean, let me know in the comments down below, because I have an extra phone and I can just bring my phone out here sometimes and just let it just stream, and you guys just see the antics from the animals. Like I said, it is so relaxing. When I say it's relaxing, it is relaxing. And you get, I can speak for myself. I get a lot of, thank you, Gaia. I get a lot of perspective being out here in nature and the animals. And I actually have a thing that I ordered. It's a, God, what do you call it? It's like a mount for my side-by-side, because I ride in the woods and the trails. Sometimes when it's warm like this, it's like 78 degrees now. I ride in the woods, and if you guys can see the type of things that are back there in those woods, you will actually just love it. My dad and I want to get together and, you know, talk about how it is, because we live in a town, or we don't even live in a town, we live in a county that's actually segregated. It's segregated here. And a lot of people don't know that places like this exist. So I wanted to shed some light on that. Not really show or tell where I live, but a lot of people, they don't know how it is down here. It's taken some getting used to, because I've been in the city for what, 20 years now? Yeah, I think I've been in the city for like 20 years, 20 plus years. So coming back to, you know, a small area that's still segregated, it was a lot of things that I had to learn. But we're considered as like good, so we don't have any problems with people. But quote unquote good, we don't have any problems with people out here. They kind of, you know, look at us different because we're considered as good. So but it's a lot, and people don't know that places like this still exist. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that even with us being here, my dad and I, my dad lives right up there. That's the house you saw up there. It's my dad's. With us being out here, hopefully, you know, we can make a difference. We like to think that we're making a difference, because even though it's segregated here, we still kind of make friends with people who really don't have us as friends. So it's I like to just hope and pray that we can all come together one day around here. But it's still, it's heartbreaking, a lot of the things. Like right over here, I'll take you, I don't know if you guys want to see that, but I'll take you guys out there one day on the side-by-side and show you the trees that my family members were hung on are still there. They're still there. And it's a reason that I cherish the land the way that I do, because it's not technically, I don't technically live in a Sundown Town is not technically a sundown town. It's just certain areas you just know not to go to. Sun up or sundown, basically. Well, like I said, I like to think that us being here and us showing love, even though, you know, we may get shown hate, I like to say that one day it'll make a difference. You know, and just prayer, and we all believe the same when it comes down to it. But not being afraid to buy land in those towns. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of history. It's a lot of history. Um, like I said, I went to buy some feed and I was on my side by side and my dad was like, don't go back there by yourself, because you have to like go around and you go across this other guy's land, and he's like, don't go there by yourself, you know, don't go there by yourself, because the cell service is bad there, and if you go missing we'll never know. And I didn't understand it until I got a good history lesson. um there's actually a documentary out there about, it's not my town that I live in, it's my county that I live in, but it's not my town. You heard the sigh. And I don't even have my microphone plugged up. But I love it regardless of what's around me. I love it here. I absolutely love it here, and I really do think that my dad and I are accepted by people who usually don't accept people who look like me, because we do show love. We do show love. Like I watched my dad walk into a store, and you know he's loud military. Hey, how y'all doing? You know, and then people just kind of look at him, and he'll just spark up a conversation about something random. Like it's obvious these people don't want to talk to you, but he'll just spark up a conversation about. I remember one day he sparked up a conversation about pizza sauce. It was a lady that he spoke to. She wouldn't speak back. So, you know, he was like, hey, I got young kids at home. What's the best pizza sauce? If I make my grandkids a pizza, you know, will it be tomato? Do I need to use tomato sauce or pizza sauce? And just by him saying that to that woman, she completely opened up and just basically gave him her life story. So, like I said, I like to believe that showing love will actually eventually change things. And if it doesn't, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. But there's a lot. There's a lot, and I want to talk about it. I want to, but I really don't want people to know where I am, because this internet is scary. But the reason I am is because I said this in one other live that I was talking about. My great grandmother purchased over 200 acres of land out here. She purchased the land because my great grandfather and my cousin, they went and they voted, and the people followed them home and they tried to kill my granddad, but he ran and hid under the house, but they killed my cousin. So my great grandmother, the people of course got off for doing it, but my great grandmother, she fought that she ended up getting money back for the death of my cousin. She raised him, and so what she did, she said, you know, we're gonna that blood won't be shed in vain. So she bought about 249 acres of land from the money she got from my cousin being lynched. So that's part of the reason why I'm like this about this, because I know what's gone into it. Like I said, the trees that my family was lynched on, they're like right over there. Like it's a constant reminder of it. But like I said, I hope that, you know, us showing love to people that it changes some things around here. It changes some things. I like to think that because we're gonna need one another. You know, we're getting to a point that it doesn't matter how much money you got in the bank account. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. We're gonna need one another. And if we can't see that with the way things are going now, we're gonna need one another. That's part of the reason why you don't see me in a lot of chats anymore, because men are gonna need women, women are gonna need men, white are gonna need black, blue is gonna need green. We are all gonna have to come together, or none of us are gonna make it. None of us are gonna make it. Certain topics from certain followers, I don't choose to go into it because I don't want it begins. I noticed that certain topics and certain chats that I was in, it would begin to put not hate in my heart, but it will begin to put things in my heart that should not be there. And I'm all about love and coming together and not about dividing. So not saying that anyone does that, but I sat back and I thought about, like, man, if I spend 2-3 hours watching this live stream or being in this chat, I'm missing. Even if I'm working out here in the yard, I'm still listening to it, and certain things will begin to get in your spirit. And then you'll wonder why you feel a certain way about a certain person that you don't even know yet, but you done sat here and you done listened to somebody bash, you know, men, or somebody bash women for the last couple of hours, and then you wonder why you feel a certain type of way, you know. So that's why I kind of pull back from a lot of things, because, you know, one day we gonna all have to come together. We all gonna have to come together. And a lot of this that I'm doing out here, it has nothing to do, it has to do with me, but it's to do with others too. Because if, you know, something happens and one of my brothers and my sisters or a stranger is in need, you know, I can give them some eggs to last them through the week to feed their children. I can give them, you know, some broccoli or some stuff that I've canned, or some beans that I've grown, or a watermelon, or I can give them things like that. It begins like you want to make a difference, and you want to be different, and you want to make an impact in this world, even if I'm doing it one chicken egg at a time. You know, because it was this lady, she was, I don't like saying things that I do, but just giving you an example of why I do what I do. It was this young lady who was going through, she had a special needs child, so she had to stop working. She had chickens and everything. Her neighbors start reporting her because the chickens were too loud and everything. So she had to get rid of her chickens. She reached out to me. She was like, hey, can you adopt some of my chickens? I have some. What she did was she actually had to kill a lot of her chickens in order to, you know, feed her family. So a lot of her chickens, she killed them, but she had some chickens that were basically, she paid a lot of money for these chickens, and the bloodline is like, chicken bloodline is like dog bloodline. I mean, people get into the bloodlines. And she asked me, will I adopt them? I'm like, sure, I will. I said, what I'll do is I temporarily hold them. I'll feed them. And once you get you another place and you get you somewhere where you can have chickens, you can have your chickens back. She's like, nah, it's fine. You know, once I know you're going to become attached to them. So she did a post on Facebook, and she was saying how she had to get rid of her chickens, that she needed, she was trying to sell, you know, goat soap. And I gave her the chickens that she wanted me to adopt. I just went ahead and gave her some money for the chickens or whatever. And she was trying to sell goat soap. She was like, I need money to feed my family. I fed my family with my chicken eggs. I fed my family with things like that, but I don't have my chickens anymore. So I went up and I took her 36 dozens of eggs. And when I tell y'all, it made all of this so worth it. So worth it, because her and her family ate on those eggs for a long time. For a long time. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I get out here. Hey, Ashley! Hey! You're on your nephew's Is it your son? It's your son's YouTube that you're on. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. But it makes all this worthwhile. It makes it like it's not in vain. Cause some mornings I get up and I'm sick, I'm tired. I still work a full-time job. I work from home, but I don't. You know, I work 10-hour days, 4 days a week. You know, I'm trying to do videos. I'm in school getting I have 4 more certifications to get. I have to get certification to be able to keep these chickens. I have to get certifications because we're about to add bees to the homestead. But when I'm able to help somebody, all this, it just seems worth it. It just seems worth it. And I want us to get to that point again, how it used to be. You know, I like going to the elders and I like listening to them and how they used to say how they all depended on each other. It was a whole, how we have to figure out how to change. Yeah. I just think things are going to be so bad that it's going to get us to change. And sometimes it's bad, but sometimes people come together when there's a common enemy. When everything happened with, you know, 911, I have to be careful with my trigger words. When everything happened with 911, the country came together. Like the slogan was, "United we stand." The country came together. That's one thing about us. We will come together when there's a common enemy. I hate to say that, but we will come together when there's a common enemy. But, I mean, listen to the elders. They was talking about how they had nowhere near the money that we make. Hi, Dora. Hey, girl. They had nowhere near the money that we have now. The money that we have today. Some of them didn't even make money. They did sharecropping, and they bartered. They bartered. That's what they did. They came together and they bartered. So that's what I hope that one day we can get back to loving each other. And it's so much competition nowadays. Man, so much competition. That's where I pull back from YouTube as well, because like I drive this car and you drive that car and my house is this many square feet and my house is that many square feet. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's a blessing from God. That is a blessing from God. But what are we doing to help each other? What are we doing to that one that is down right now in the mud? What are we doing to help pull them up? Not even saying helping them financially, but encouraging them to let them know to hold on one more day. It may not come today, but because a lot of people are ending things because they just can't. They can't take it. They can't take the negativity. They can't take the life that they're living. People are losing their jobs right and left, and they're just giving up. But who's out there saying, okay, yeah, it's bad today, but if you end it today, you might miss what God got for you tomorrow. Tomorrow could be your day. Saturday could be your day. So hold on a little longer. I guess I'm different because I've been there. I've attempted to end it all 3 times in my life. I have been homeless before. I've been in the mud before. I've been there before. And it's because, man, I'm not even supposed to be talking. I'm supposed to be working. Why am I talking to y'all? I'm supposed to be working. Sometimes somebody just got to let you know to hold on one more day. To hold on one more day. Hold on one more day. And I don't know why I'm saying that, but maybe somebody need to hear it. Hold on one more day. Maybe somebody stumbled across this video to hold on one more day. If you end it today, you might miss what God got for you tomorrow. Man. I wish I had somebody to say something like that to me. Yeah, I remember being there, walking the streets of Atlanta, and I worked at this place called it was like Golden Corral. I don't even know if they have them anymore. God, what was it called? Ryan's. It was like Ryan's Buffet. It was on Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro, Georgia. I remember hoping and praying that I got enough money and tips to be able to get a hotel room that night. I remember waiting tables at Ryan's, hoping and praying that I made enough money to be able to get a hotel room that night, just so that I didn't really care about sleeping. I could sleep anywhere. What I used to do was when it was time for me to check out of my hotel room, I used to ride. I used to go get enough. It was like $1.20. No, it was 75 cents at the time, I think. I used to get on the MARTA and I used to just ride back and forth, the MARTA back and forth to Atlanta until it was time for me to go to work again. I ain't have nowhere to live. I ain't have nowhere to live. But by the grace of God, he bought me out of that. So I guess that's why I look at things a little differently. And, you know, God bless me and my husband. Well, God bless my husband. I'm going to put it that way. God bless my husband and put him in a position to be able to, for me to follow his leadership, and my husband to be able to bless me. That's how it is. But it's hard for people. It's hard to see that. When you in that tunnel, it's hard to see that light. It is hard to see that light, especially when you've been driving for miles and miles. It's hard to see that light. It is so hard to see that light. But it's there. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And I guess it's just so hard because, like, I ain't come on here to say all this. I come on here for y'all to watch me take this thing down. I guess it's hard because people, and a lot of young people, are giving up and ending it all. They're ending it. I love social media and I hate it at the same time. I hate it more than I love it. I never passed a homeless person. I agree. A new friend. Man, when it comes to homeless people, I used to work at this drug and alcohol detox place. And a lot of people would come in and they would get themselves pretty much arrested. I don't know how it is in most states, but in Georgia, if you're arrested and you're drunk, you're intoxicated while you're arrested, you have to go to the hospital for them to detox you. And then it gets so bad at the hospital that they sent you over to our crisis stabilization unit. We had to hold you for 72 hours. You had to be found competent before you can even go to jail. So you got arrested. Man, Stanley, I'm telling you, I tried it 3 times. It was nothing but a grace of God. People wonder why I go so hard. Well, you can't tell me that Jesus ain't real. You can't tell me God ain't real. You can't tell me there ain't no God. You can't tell me there ain't no Jesus, because I tried it 3 times and failed every single. And I used to get so mad because I'm like, dang, I'm such a failure. I can't even do it to myself. You know, I used to get so mad. But thank God that he didn't allow me to do it, because I would never have been here to be talking to y'all beautiful people, to be able to tell, you know, my story, to be able to hear your story. Because I never would have thought that Stanley's like, if I'm in a chat and I see Stanley, I'm just waiting for Stanley and Jess J, 2 people, I'm waiting to see what they're going to say, because I know they're going to say something that's going to make me laugh. And I know they're going to say something that's real. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, you can't tell me God ain't real, because I tried it 3 times. 2 times I tried it. 2 times I tried it by taking pills. Woke up the next day. I'm talking about, when I say taking pills, I'm talking about whole handfuls of sleeping pills. Woke up the next day. Forgot that I did it till around noon. I was like, dang, didn't I? And the last time I did it, if you know anything about Atlanta, I was driving 285. You know how that traffic is in Atlanta. And I'm looking at those big trucks just shoom, 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 you know, just going. I'm like, man, I let the wheels go. Let the wheel go. And I just closed my eyes and I was just ready. I was ready to go. I was ready to go. I did not want to be here. When I opened my eyes, y'all, I kid you not, the car was driving better than it was when I had my hands on the wheel. I'm telling y'all. But back to the alcohol drug detox. Yeah. How it used to be in Georgia is if you got arrested and you were under the influence, you had to go to the hospital to get checked out. Once you were in the hospital to get checked out, if there was like a mental issue or something like that, they would send you over to our facility, which was an alcohol drug detox place plus a mental health stabilization place. So they would come there, and I would sit and I would talk to them. And when I tell you, these were nurse practitioners, lawyers, doctors, And a lot of them that came, yes, he took the wheel. God knew you needed your story. Well, thank God for that. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Yeah, Jesus literally took the wheel. Literally took the wheel. But there was doctors, lawyers, and a lot of people that were on drugs that was the doctors, they got addicted to pills. They got addicted to pills. And then when it got to the point that, you know, and some of them had to go through our facility, our program that we had there. The minimum was 72 hours, but some people stayed there for months. They had to go through our program in order to be able to keep their license, because some doctors were about to lose their licenses because of their addictions. You never know what that person on that street has gone through. You never know what that person on that street has gone through. And I love talking to my dad, because he's gone through it, and a lot of them military. The resources that were out there for the military before, that are out there for the military now, which is rare, which is not much, they weren't out there before for my dad. So a lot of people in the military, they use heroin and cocaine and, you know, all kind of stuff to, even those, you know, those white rocks, you know, they use those to self-medicate, because there was no diagnosis. It was called shell shock at the time. There was no actual diagnosis for it. There was no help for it. There was no facilities for it. There was nothing for it. So you had a bunch of military vets that went and fought for their country. No resources. So the only thing they know, I'm trying to numb this feeling. I'm trying to numb what I've seen. My dad has told me about friends that he's had, people that he's grown up with. He's had to literally take and put their dog tags in their teeth so that they can be identified. He's had to do that to his friends. He's had to do that. And with that happening with my dad and the other vets, who wouldn't need to self-medicate? Who wouldn't need to drink themselves until they went to sleep? Who wouldn't need to try to numb that? So you never know what people go through. You never know what people go through. And like I said, I love social media and I hate it at the same time, because it's all about the dollar. I would love to make money from YouTube. I would love to. But don't nobody want to hear this. This is not popular. I'm not out there. Yep, it's an escape from reality, Stanley. You are absolutely right, because I did that. I've told it on one of my videos. I think one of my Being Ugly videos. I was an alcoholic. I was R-worded very young. And I carried that with me for so long. And I would find myself in these same type of relationships where every person I was with would beat on me. Every person I was with. So I knew I had to go home. So when I got home, I drank. I'm like, if I ain't sleep when this man come home, I was in a relationship where they were R-word me in a relationship too. I didn't think that was the thing. I thought that, you know, since it's my boyfriend, he's doing this to me, then he's really not R-wording me because he's my boyfriend. But they were. I would say no, they would beat me, and then they would take it. And I would drink. That would put me to sleep. In the morning when I woke up, if I was off that day, even when I wasn't off that day, it was absolute vodka, Kahlua, and cream. I would put it in my coffee every day. Because I just did not. And that's why I was homeless, because one day I just decided, no, I'm not. I will live on the train. I will live in a hotel before I let anybody put their hands on me again. And thank you, Stanley. But you know what? I don't regret anything that's ever happened to me, because number one, that's allowed me to have compassion for other people. That's allowed me to tell people, yeah, that happened to you, but you can make it through. It is an other side to that. You can be delivered from that pain and that hurt. It's allowed me to, most of all, now that I have a husband that is nowhere near the people that I've encountered in my life. Man, I appreciate that man. I appreciate that man. I was telling him one day, I was saying, I was like, you know, I was gonna have to go. The pigs are like up there, and my dad mostly takes care of the pigs or whatever more than I do. But my dad, he's like, he's getting tired, so I'm gonna have to start being more hands-on with the pigs. So I was telling my husband, I was like, man, I gotta find something to do because I need to carry this feed up there to the pigs. I don't have a truck down here like my dad has. Like, I have my Jeep down here, but the trucks and everything are up there with my husband in our house in the city. So I'm like, man, I gotta find something to do. You might have to bring one of the trucks down here. I said that to my husband on a Thursday. My husband went, his first off day was that Saturday. My husband came out here with a trailer with a side-by-side that he had bought for me. Not saying this a brag, but just I got a point that I'm trying to make. He brought me a side-by-side. He said, I don't want you to have to walk up all the way up there with them pigs at. I don't want you to have to carry it in your Jeep because you do enough stuff. And he was like, I don't want you to have to worry about having to pull it off a truck. He said, I got you this side-by-side. He said, you put whatever you need on the side-by-side. He said, then it got a dump on it. So you won't have to lift everything. It just dumps it out for you. You'll be good to go. And I said to him, I said, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve you. And I say that to my husband all the time. It's like, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve you. And, you know, he just kind of lit into me that time. He's like, I'm so tired of you saying that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that, what you don't deserve. Stop saying that. You know, and, you know, he tells me I need to forgive myself of my past. You know, he's like, that's the only reason you think you don't deserve what God has blessed me to do for you. And what God is doing for you is because you still haven't forgiven yourself and you still don't find yourself worthy of what God has for you. You know, and I was like, I love you, man. Love y'all all. Love y'all all. Dinner time here on my crazy train. Just all right. See you, Dora. Thank you for stopping by, Dora. But yeah, I thank God. I know this is crazy, all the abuse from the past. I thank God for it because I can tell people that it's gonna be all right. I can tell people that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That tunnel might be long. Boy, my tunnel was long, I'm telling you. Ooh, Lord, my tunnel was long, y'all. My tunnel was long. When I say long, I mean long. But sometimes some pain in our lives that we experience, it's self-inflicted. It's self-inflicted pain. And a lot of my pain in my life is self-inflicted. It was being hard-headed. You know, sometimes, you know, you listen to your elders. You know, I wouldn't listen to people. You know, there was times that, you know, my dad actually warned me about one of the guys that used to R-word and beat on me. He warned me about him. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't listen. So that was self-inflicted pain. That's right. Forgive yourself. You have that, man, because you deserve that. Shout out to you. Yeah, God knew what he was doing with that. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. I thank God for my husband every day. Every day. And then he works so hard. He's such a hard worker. You know, and I try to tell my husband to take days off. I'm like, man, you ain't had a day off in a month. You need to take a day off. He's like, well, my wife won't stop buying chickens, so I can't take no day off because my wife won't stop buying chickens. Yeah, he's a good man. I thank God. I thank God for him, and you know, I thank God for him. But I didn't get on here to say all this. Like I said, I want y'all to just watch the animals while I was taking that kennel down. But it's gonna take a little bit more work. I'm gonna have to get a shovel and dig it out because I cemented it into the ground. So I'm gonna have to do that. And this girl is just being spoiled. I don't even like cats, but she's been laying on me the whole time. She's growing on me. I don't even like cats, but we have rats so bad out here because my chickens, they, you know, leave corn and leave feed and everything out, and it actually draws rats. And like I said the last time, I don't know if you guys were here. I know Stanley wasn't here last time, but I think yeah, Ashley was here. But I told y'all the rats out here like the size of this cat. I'm telling y'all, like I told you about my dad, that rat that ran across the road, cause we live on dirt roads out here. The rat that ran across the road. I'm looking like that ain't normal. That ain't normal. And my dad was like, "Oh, that's just a waltz rat." You saying that like it's normal? He's like, "Oh yeah, they all out here." What? But please go away. Please go away. They can't hear me because you're so loud, baby. I'm gonna bring my voice down. Sometimes when I talk softer, then they will talk a little soft. They will honk a little softer. But if I get loud, they get loud. So I'm just a little softer. But I don't really have a problem with rats. As long as I don't really have a problem with the rats, as long as they stay outside. Now if they come in the house, we got a problem. It's the snakes. It's the snakes. I don't even. All right, move. I don't even have a problem with the snakes as much. I have dogs, and I don't want the rattlesnakes because we actually live in. How many cats do I have? I have 2. We actually live where they have the rattlesnake roundup. That's just how many rattlesnakes we have out here. They give you, I think, $5. No, it's $3 per foot. You get whenever, because you catch the snake and then you turn it into the store up there where they have the rattlesnake roundup, and you get $3 for each foot. So people actually, some people out here, they don't work. Their only job is to catch rattlesnakes. So imagine what size snakes you're getting. There was a 10-footer that was caught right up there. I'm looking like y'all can see where I'm talking about. Right up there where our dirt road splits off. It's like one guy's dirt road to get to his house this way. You go down a long dirt road, and then you turn this way to get our dirt road, turn that way to get to his dirt road. All right, so right there at the split, there was a 10-foot rattlesnake. I didn't know rattlesnakes can get up 10 feet. 10-foot rattlesnake. This is where I live, y'all. This is where I live. This is where I live. I live out here. I live in Rattlesnake County. But the good thing is we have a lot of king snakes. So whenever I see king snakes, I don't bother them. I see rat snakes, I don't bother them. Excuse me. Okay. The only snake that I may possibly kill would be a rattlesnake. But any other snakes, the rat snakes, the corn snakes, the king snakes especially, because they eat the venomous snakes and they keep the venomous snakes away. But I have not myself seen a rattlesnake out here yet. I haven't seen one myself. And I've seen king snakes and I've seen rat snakes, and I just let them go. But I know more snakes are going to want to come towards the house if there is a food source, which is rats around the house. So that's why I have the cats. And someone told me that I was being abusive to the cats because I don't feed them much. I feed them, but I don't feed them much. Everything on this yard has to have a job. Everything has a job on this yard. The ducks, the geese, the chickens, the dogs, everything has a job. The cats have to have a job. If I have 2 cats, there is no way that I should have rats out here. Now, I understand some of the rats are the size of the cats, so I gotta wait till these babies get a little bit bigger. But these little mice that I come out here, sometimes I come out here and I shine a light at night and I can just see these little beady eyes just looking back at me. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all ain't eating tomorrow because y'all ain't, it's mice out there. Why y'all ain't getting them? So I feed them, but I don't feed them much. And as you can see, they ain't skinny. They ain't missing no meals. So it's plenty stuff out here for them to eat. But those days that it got really cold, I knew it probably wouldn't be any rats out. So I fed them a lot of food. I fed them like twice a day when it was when it was in the 20s, because I know there wouldn't be any rats out. But now that it's warm again, rats are back out again. So yeah. But let me go. I want to record a couple of YouTube videos, so I gotta at least do something to my hair, put my glasses on so I can read, and then edit them. I got some certificates I'm trying to get, so I need to go work on my certificates. Thank you so much for y'all stopping by. I really enjoyed y'all. Like I said, I wasn't planning on speaking, because that's why I don't have my microphone, because I wasn't planning on speaking. I was just gonna let you guys look at the animals. But you know, I guess, like you said, I need to talk about it, and maybe somebody need to hear it. I appreciate you, Ashley, Just Jay, Gaia, Stanley, Dora. I appreciate you. Anyone in the background that is here that I don't know, I definitely appreciate you. You guys, if you like what I'm doing, if you like the positivity, you know, share it. Share it. I called to adopt the cats that are not tame from the pound to help my house, but they didn't have any at the time. Yeah, did you say you were in Georgia? Ashley, are you in Georgia? Because I have someone that has who collects cats. She won't get them spayed. Well, she won't get them neutered, whichever one it is supposed to be for cats. She won't get them fixed. And she has a lot of cats. They, like, it seems like every month they have a new litter of cats. She has, the way I have 100 plus chickens, I'm pretty sure she has 100 plus cats, and she takes care of all of them. And she's always just donating cats to people that want them. So actually, if you are here in Georgia, email me at birdladyspeaks@gmail.com. Email me, Ashley. And I think Ashley's behind a little bit. I'm gonna try to wait for her to catch up. But email me, Ashley, and I'll see where you are, and just let me know how many you want, and I will if you're in Georgia, I will meet you. I will meet you. Email me, birdladyspeaks@gmail.com. Okay, I thought my camera was frozen. They're not moving. I'm like, is it frozen? But I will meet you somewhere in the middle between wherever you are in Georgia and where I am. I will meet you. I will go and talk to this woman is actually my cousin. When I say she got like over 100 cats, she has over 100 cats, and she takes care of all of them. But she does donate cats. So email me, and we'll get you some cats. Let me know how many you want. Let me know what sex you want, what gender you want. Let me know, and we'll meet in the middle somewhere neutral, and I'll get you some cats. Because yeah, if you have wasp rats like I have, I'm telling y'all, the rats are the size of kittens. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. And if I ever have one in that house, they can have that dog. Nah, rats don't scare me. They don't scare me. But let me go. While we got some sunlight, gonna try to shoot a quick YouTube video. I got my mic in there charging. Should be charged by now, but gonna do a quick YouTube video. I'm probably gonna do a video on how I make my bread. A lot of people were interested in how I make my honey bread, and I have some I found a local supplier of honey that I want to try. So yeah, but I will actually try every morning around probably 8:30 every morning. It's just come and just let you guys enjoy the animals with me every morning. People seem to like that. I gotta do some research tonight to see how I can stream on YouTube and TikTok at the same time, because I alternate. Some days I do TikTok, some days I do YouTube. So I need to find a way to be able to do both. But yeah, thank you guys so much, guys, for watching and listening to my testimony. Thank you for sharing your testimony. Stanley, Ashley, Dora, Just Jay, Gaia, I appreciate every last one of you. Anyone else that stopped by, I appreciate you. Thank you, and God bless.